Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Console Gaffer, the Celtic Save. Last season we managed to win the Champions League again in a dramatic match, but the Champions League came home and we managed to get that, our second Champions League victory, our third as a club overall, and as you can see, it's right here, nestled in to us. So this season we're back in the Champions League again, and we're not far away from starting to kick off the match, the group stages. So I thought we'd just check in because it's all about this season. This is probably going to be the last season of Celtic, unless people just want me to continue with what we're doing, and we can really try and push on and try and really dominate world football continuously. But we've won everything in Scotland. We've continued to win everything in Scotland. We're looking to get 10 in a row this season. We've won back-to-back Champions Leagues. We've won a World Club Cup, and we have now won a UEFA Super Cup. Well, two UEFA Super Cups. So absolutely delighted with that. So yes, before I go into the matches to show you where we are so far, as we're in the 2nd of September, transfer window has closed, and towards the end of last season, before the transfers moves over to 2030-31, the prodigal son has returned. Emmanuel Omega has come back to Celtic after a, shall we say, disappointing spell at Newcastle. 2 seasons at Newcastle. He got injured in his first season. He scored 3 goals in 14. Last season he scored 5 in 25. So we paid £39 million for him to come home. And he's back. He's back to the hoops. And already in the league, he scored 6 goals in 4 games. Overall, he scored 8 and 6 with an assist as well. So Emmanuel Amenga is back and he's banging in the goals already for the football club. So that was the signing we made towards the end of last season. So this season, or did we sell anybody else towards the end of? No, we didn't. We didn't. It was all this summer. So this season, we have signed. I don't think we really need to spend all that much money, and as you can see, we haven't. We've signed 4 players, and 3 of which have been free transfers, and some of them very, very good free transfers. So first one from West Ham on a free. He's currently injured, but we signed a Brazilian attacking midfielder who can also play central and wide. Luis Guilherme, kind of no-brainer really. We could get him for a free transfer from West Ham. He's actually done pretty well. He's played most of the games at West Ham since going to West Ham for £22 million in 24-25 season. So he's away on a free, and we have signed him on a free. And already he's up to £17 million. He's 24 years old. He's got good technique, good enough passing. Finishing's good with composure, dribbling and crossing's all right, but his acceleration and pace is very, very good. So I feel he's one that will be a solid squad member for us when we're rotating the team around for Champions League and big games. Then we signed João Simoes from Sporting, 23 years old, attacking midfield player, central midfield player, attacking midfield player, and again, free transfer, absolute no-brainer. Technique 17, passing 16, long shots 13, first touch 15, dribbling and crossing is also very, very good. If you look at his mental stats, really top class, good work rate, great vision, off the ball is good, teamwork's good, his determination's good, decent enough flair, decision making is good, with his composure also there, anticipation 16. So his mentals is really quite good. I'd say almost elite level mental attributes. And then your physical attributes, very good as well for a central midfield player. Plays 1-2s and likes to dictate the tempo. So no-brainer for me. Bring him in from Sporting. He's played most of his games for Sporting B, with the odd appearance. I think he was in the full team, 28, 29 there. Yeah, 16 appearances. So got him for free. He's been at Sporting his whole career. I'm expecting him to come in at the side and do a good job for us. Then we've signed Mbappe, but no, not Kylian Mbappe. It's Ethan Mbappe, his younger brother. He's only 23 still. He can play on the wing. Not as good through the middle, but he's got the stats that could play there as well. Left-footed. So far, he's done okay. He's played 4 games for us and got 1 assist, but he's also got an injury, which he's going to be coming back to training tomorrow. So again, free transfer. There's no way we're going to sign Kylian Mbappe in this save, so I thought, let's try and get an Mbappe anyway, and hopefully he can turn into an absolute superstar at the club. Signed for 4 years. He's only 23 years old, like I say, and I think he's a good player. I think he'll do well for us. Again, in the rotation side of things. So technique, very good. Passing, good. Long shots, decent. First touch is good. His finishing could do better, but he's got good enough composure. And with decision making at 14 as well, can't really complain too much. Good dribbling, good crossing attributes. So yeah, good. Vision's good there. Work rate is good. Off the ball's good, but his positioning could obviously be a bit better. Acceleration's 14 with his pace 14, so not as quick as his brother, but still good enough. And I think he'll do well. We could potentially get him to play up front or train him to play up front, but we're not that bothered. We've got Manuel Amenga back in, and I think Mbappe will do very, very well for us. And then last but not least, Hugo Larsson from Inter Blu-Nere Milan, simply because if you look further down the list here, Gavi pushed through a transfer for £62 million to go to Manchester United. I wasn't going to sell anybody, but Gavi wanted to go. So, I mean, he's won 2 Champions Leagues with us. He really is an elite player. Disappointed that he has went, but £62 million got slapped in for him. We paid 40 million from Barcelona for him. We've made a profit of 22 million pounds in 2 years, where he has been excellent for us in those 2 seasons and pushed us on to 2 European Cups. So can't complain. So he's gone, and we needed somebody with that little bit of class and stature. So we signed Hugo Larsson for £26.5 million. And as you can see, every bit as elite as Xavi. Sorry, every bit as elite as Gavi, not Xavi. So 26 years old still solid, prime of his career still yet to come. There's not an attribute there at all that is bad. His technicals are all top class, even his heading ability, and his finishing's decent enough for a midfield player, defensive midfield player. Good long shots, passing is 16, his first touch is 15 with his technique at 15, work rate 17, vision, teamwork 16. Then he's got a bunch of 15s with positioning off the ball, leadership, another couple of 16s in there, and then a 16 anticipation. Very good pace, very good natural fitness, strength and stamina as well. So we've lost one world-class player in Gavi, and we've replaced him, in my opinion, for cheaper in Hugo Larsson. We've had to pay 170 grand a week for him, but it pays for itself. He's just such a top player, and that's all we've really needed. Just a wee bit of squad boosting, and we've signed a couple of real class players again. So just on the back, so we've spent £26.5 million, a little bit more if you take in Amenga's from last season, but that's added into last season's budget. And we've taken in £136 million. So we just wanted to clear the decks, clear the decks, I should say, get some wages back under control with people that was not going to play. So the young Swede Rooney, it's not really worked out for him. He's away to Besiktas, and he has been sold for only 675k. So it's not really worked out for him. Kuzi Asar, again, not really worked out for him at the club, but I'm sure he'll go away and have a good career. 6'6", would loved for him to work out, but it's just not really happened. He's done okay for us when he's played. Like, I mean, the first season when we brought him in, £2.5 million, he scored 5 and 11, and then he went to Oxford United on loan. He scored 17 and 37. He came back to us for a while, didn't really feature, and then he went to Las Palmas where he scored 17 and 38. Then he played 6 games for us between then and January last season. And then he went to Las Palmas last season where he scored another 8 goals in 20 games for them. So far, he's went to the Saudi League for £3.4 million. So he's only 23 years old. He's still got much room to improve. We then sold Lewis Miley to Borussia Dortmund, and I think he'll be a great signing for Borussia Dortmund. We just couldn't fit him into the team. He just didn't. We signed him for 15.5, so we've made quite a bit of a loss on him. £9 million loss on him. Only played 9 times, but again, wages off, and we got some money back in from. Didn't really happy for him. So the reason we were going to sign, well, we brought in Emmanuel Amenga anyway because he was available and we could sign him for that. And our plan was to maybe change the system and go with 2 up. But then Karim Konate, a bid came in from PSG, and Karim Konate says, I quite fancy going to the French league. Again, he's had 2.5 seasons, I should say, because we signed him in the January of 27-28 for 15.75 million. So 2.5 seasons, and he's been a revelation. He scored 8 and 11 in the league for us, 9 in all competitions. Then the next again season, he scored 30 in 35 league games, 36 in all competitions. And last season, he was injured for a bit as well. He scored 31 in all competitions, but 19 and 29 in the league. So can't complain. We got £39 million for him, and we paid 15.75. So fair play, Karim Konate. He's gone to PSG. Then a couple of loan players here and there. And then Christ Makoso, Al Hilal came in for him, and he wanted to go. I mean, when you're going to get £500,000 per week, then of course you're going to want to go. I did like him as a player. I was not really wanting to lose him. I thought after his first season at the club, where he'd done his ACL, he only played 7 times. He came back in last season and played 23 games at a good level. He done really quite well. Scoring 2 goals and 1 assist. 23 league games. He played 39 in all competitions, but he wanted to go, and you can't turn down that money. You got £25 million for him, so Chris Makoso is off skate as well. And then, like we spoke about earlier on, Gavi left the football club to go to Manchester United. And so that is where we are recruitment-wise. If you go back to the club and you see our finances, if Peter Lawwell was still at the club, he would be doing cartwheels, as we have £222.6 million in the bank, and we're cruising. Really are. We've just had £91 million income this month. It was spent 57 to be just transfers and such. So the stadium has been expanded as well. So it's been completed. 14,637 seats has been added to the stadium. So we now have a capacity of 75,000 people at Celtic Park for this season, in the hope that this season is going to be 10 in a row. So full capacity, 75,000 season ticket holders for 10 in a row. We really are in a great position. Staff-wise as well, if we go to the staff, Callum McGregor, still the assistant manager, still learning from the console gaffer, there's every likelihood he may take over when I leave the club, potentially at the end of the season, once we get number 10 in about us, if we can get number 10 in about us. So that brings us up to date transfer-wise. Squad-wise, we really are sorted. We've got James Trafford, Matt Seamer's still there. Norby, we gave a new contract towards the end of last season. I'm really going to try and push him this season. I think he's ready. He's ready to step up now. Still got Kieran Tierney as a left back, and Josh Doig, who's injured at the moment. So if you look through the squad, it's quality right through the team. Liam Delap's still here. Hugo Larsson's Marcel Ruiz, Buonanotte, Cherki is just phenomenal. Lamira Shaw's still here. I really like that player as well. Very good. So yeah, absolutely top-notch squad. Davide Fratesi as well. Every time I load this save up and go through it, Davide Fratesi is always top class for me. Could speak highly of him. So then we go to the fixtures, and we've absolutely battered teams again already this season. Already. We beat Dundee 2-0 away from home in the first game of the season. Fratesi and Amenga scoring on his second debut for the club. We then played Hibernian and we absolutely destroyed them. Like, really played them off the park. It was one of the best performances I've ever seen us play. 7-1, destroyed them. Could have been 10-11 easy. We then played Newcastle in the UEFA Super Cup final, and again, it was another victory. We were 2-0 down in the match, but then we turned it around in the second half with Cherki, Fratesi and Emmanuel Amenga scoring the goals. We then played Inverness in the Premier Sports Cup, made some changes in that game, and Callum Bain, who's the regen central midfield player who was on loan at Ross County the last couple of seasons, 3 seasons actually. No, it's 2 seasons because that for some reason. So yeah, Callum Bain, who's been on loan the last 2 seasons, he's done pretty well, so he's going to get a chance this season in the league and already played some Premier League games for us. So he played in that League Cup game against Inverness. He scored, Ruiz scored, Emmanuel Omega again, and Lillicet as well to give us a 4-1 victory. We then went away to St Mirren, Emmanuel Omega again, double to give us a 2-0 lead. We then played Ross County and we smashed them as well by 4-1. Norby, Gannon Doak, Emmanuel Omega, and another Johnny Cardoso penalty kick. So we are at this point in stage now where we're transfer window's closed. We've got Aberdeen to play and then Rangers to play, followed by Newcastle in the first Champions League match, and then PSG again as well, where Karim Kanate will come back to paradise for that game. So yeah, that's what we're going to do, and in this we'll probably just go and play the Aberdeen and Rangers games while we're here, and then we'll dive on until the January transfer window. So let's get into the Aberdeen game right now. So here we are for the Aberdeen game, and we have got the squad in play. We've got a couple of players back from injury, one being Jeremy and the other being Guilherme, but I don't think either will make the bench on this occasion. Hugo Larsson will start for Bain. And I think we'll have to take Mbappe out because he has got a knock. We'll leave Cherki on the bench. We'll go with Amenga. Norby Matsima Trilly. Kieran Tierney. As Doig is still out injured as well. Milberg. Nah, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. The only one we'll probably bring in is Mihailovic for Matsima. We'll give Matsima a rest. So let's go to the Aberdeen game. First we've got out of position and Puff actually. So Johnny will sit there. Hugo Larsson, Fratesi, strong team, and the main man Amenga up top. Hoping Big Norby can do well this season. And so far, 4 wins out of 4. And banging in the goals as we come to Pittodrie away from home. Aberdeen get us underway. Tierney again now, starting to create a little bit of pressure. Celtic. Fratesi. Good play by the Italian. Back to Tierney. To Hugo Larsson. Tierney. Larsson. Johnny Cardoso. Out wide to Trelli again. Down lane looking for Lillisic. What can he do? He's in the box. Cuts the ball back. Amenga. And he's not going to miss from there. And that is 1-0 after 14 minutes. Simple goal really. Trelli down the line there to Lillisic. Just cuts it back. Amenga takes up a good position. And it's a nice side foot into the back of the net. 1-0 the Hoops. Jensen now. McEwen inside to Theo. Aberdeen have had a fair few shots on goal in this first half, but nothing really troubling the goalkeeper so far. But Jensen coming forward. Delivers a ball across. Mihailovic, good defender. Backs it. With a shot, just wide. And it's nearly had the minute of extra time here. Of injury time. Still 1-0 to Celtic. Ball forward, looking for frame. Celtic man, and this is going to be half time. We've had the possession. We've had 8 shots, 1 on target. We've had 11 shots with 7 on target. For next year, 1.91. Just not been too clinical. Our final ball has been off so far, but we're ahead. That's all that matters. Going to encourage to make any changes at half time. Yeah, I'm going to bring Samoas on for Fratesi at half time and go with that. Henderson there with the ball for McEwen. Gannon Doak, great trekking back by Gannon Doak there. Inside to Amenga. Fucks it back to Gannon Doak. Samoas. Gannon Doak. Tierney. Back down to Gannon Doak again. Delivered into the penalty area. Lillisic headers it back across. And the substitute makes an instant impact. João Samoas. Free transfer. He's done pretty well in the games he's played so far, and he's come on here in the second half. Lovely ball into the box by Ganado. Lillisic just headers it back into an area. And there's Samoas with a tidy wee finish. It's 2-0. It's Meechin now with the ball. McEwen again, 67 minutes gone. Into the penalty. Good defending by Mihailovic. And now Lillisic can counter-attack. Got lots of room to run into. Still going forward. He's in the penalty area now. Lillisic, what a run. Checks back to Trilly. Back to Lillisic. Cross it goes, Larsson! Something you'll never get tired of hearing. A Larsson scoring for Celtic. This time it's Hugo Larsson. Lillisic beats his man frame. 1-2 with Trilly. Lays it across. And Larsson with a lovely finish. And that's 3-0. And I think it's time to make a couple of changes now. Buonanotte will come on for Larsson. Ruiz will, in fact not Ruiz, will bring in Callum Bale. And we'll bring on Gilly for Doak. And we should still have one more. Let's bring Mbappe on. And we'll go with that. For the rest of this match, as the game should be done. hat-trick of assists from Lilley. We're now approaching the 79th minute. Watson coming forward with the ball. Checks back inside the small bone. That's a great save there from Trafford. Nearly 85 minutes, Buonanotte now. With the corner into the box it goes. Recovered it by Theo. Ethan Mbappe will pick it up. Thought he was going to have a goal. And laid it off just over the bar. It's Buonanotte now with the corner again. Delivered. Delivered out. Mbappe will pick it up again now. Flick to Bain. Back to Mbappe. To Trilly. Off the post. And down away it goes. And Watson now in the counter-attack for Aberdeen. Consolation at this stage. Cross and it's away. And there it is. Full-time whistle here at Pittodrie. Turns out a routine win for the Hoops. 18 shots, 9 on target, an XG of 3.01. We scored 3 goals, so it's bang on the money for where we should have been. Dominated possession, more passes, crosses completed, distance covered was good, average rating was good. Main man for me, Lillis at 3 assists today, and a 10 out of 10 rating for him. So after that result in the league, played 5, won 5, scored 18, conceded only 2. Rangers have drawn 1 from that, so they've played 5, won 4, drawn 1 against Dundee United, with the big Glasgow derby coming up next. So we'll think, is it away from home? No, we're at home. First Glasgow derby at home. So what we'll do is we'll jump in for that one. We'll get to the tactics for that game. So here we are for the first Glasgow derby of the season. It's difficult to leave anybody out, to be fair, especially with Lillis getting 3 assists last week. But I'm going to have to make the hard decisions, and Cherki is going to play on the right, and Lillis is going to play on the left. Matsima is going to come back in for Mihailovic. Doig's still out, so KT will be in there. Badia Luka will come back in for Trilly for this game. And I think that's just what we're going to have to go for. See how we get on with that. Striker wise, Minga, Liam Delap is back fit, so he's got to come back on the bench. So he'll come on the bench for Gilly. I think that's what needs to happen. So again, same kind of system that we've been playing most of the time. So we'll just continue on with that. Norby will get his game, will get his chance in this big game, see how he gets on. So let's go into the game, the first Glasgow derby of the season. And the teams are out. Hugo Larsson making his debut in one of these matches, a huge match. Rangers could go top if they beat us today, and we could open up a 5-point gap if we win. And we are underway here with top of the table clash. Corner. Nearly 10 minutes gone. Cherki with the corner. Delivered into the box. Gibson. Back to Ryan Cherki. Back it goes. Lillis. Stunning. What a reign of form he's in at the moment. He got 3 assists last week. We've popped him over to the left in this game. And after 10 minutes, he has given us the lead. Cortese to Cherky. Just lays it off nicely to Lillison, and he just curls it into the back of the net. 1-0 after 10 minutes. Great start. Last few seconds of this first half. It's another corner. Cherky delivers the ball. Gibson heaves it away. Back into Fratesi. Back to Badeluco. Bassima. Back to Eluco. Got seconds remaining here. Just keeping possession. And there's half time. And we will go in. Goal up. We've had the possession, but in general it's been pretty even in terms of shots. Not been too much in it, but we have been the better team. Quality of winger is the difference maker so far in most of these games that we've had. But we're not going to change anything. We're just going to encourage. We're just going to get going for the second half. After 9 minutes corner, Trafford to Norby gives the ball to Fratesi. Tierney, and the goal scorer so far, Lillison. Back to Tierney. Back to the Norwegian Norby. Larson, Tierney, Lillison. Good ball to Fratesi now. What can he do? The Italian driving into the penalty box. Absolutely devastating. David Fratesi. And that's 2-0. Quick passing by the hoops. Tierney inside to Lillison. Lovely touch to Fratesi. And that will go down as another assist for Fratesi. As Lillison dribbles through two. And just calmly slots the ball beyond Griffiths and goals. 2-0. It's the ball forward now, which Matsima calmly takes. Plays the ball close to Tierney in that space now. Gives the ball again to Lillison. To Fratesi. Good skill. Lovely ball switch of play looking for Cherky. Good touch. It's in the penalty area. Big chance. Good save. But then it's again Davide Fratesi. Tucks it away for his second. Our third. Excellent. Changes now. Give Callum Bain a taste of this game. Give Liam Delap a game. Ruiz will come on for Johnny Cardoso. And we're going to bring Gando on for Cherky down right. It's Bain now. Matsima. Inside to Norby. Out wide again to Tierney. Good ball at Lillison. Good football again. Beating his man. Driving in the box. Great play. Oh, it's a wonderful save. 84 Gordon now. Ruiz with the corner. Banked into the penalty. Up by Big Matsima. And the captain scores. It's 4. Pure domination today. Lovely ball in by Ruiz. And Matsima crushing header. It's 4-0. 5 points clear. Just trying to give the ball to the lap. It's good defending. Played forward. That man fits it to Shermity. Gelly driving into the box. He's got a consolation goal in them. Good play. Across it goes. Tierney can't do nothing about turning it into his own net. It's an own goal. And that is 4-1. Well, I don't know what he's trying to do, but should not affect the result at all. And there it is, full time. Fantastic performance. Second half, we really put the foot down as it was pretty even in the first. 3 goals in that second half. They only had 6 shots, 1 on target, and that was not even the one they scored with. So that puts us 5 points clear at the top of the tree. So here it is, the league table after 6 matches. We've had 6 wins, scored 22, conceded only 3, and we've got 18 points so far this season. Really are absolutely flying at the moment. Most goals us, most possession us. Apparently Hearts have had more clean sheets. Few shots against us, most dribbles made. We're absolutely dominant so far in this league. Lelisit's been phenomenal. Menga's been scoring the goals. Cherky's got his assists. Menga's got 32 shots. So all in all, it's been a great start to this season. Which I think that'll do us for this episode. We've showed you, give you a recap of where we've been so far. Another good UEFA Super Cup victory for us. Beating Aberdeen 3-0, beating Rangers 4-1, and now we move on to the Champions League. But what we'll do is we'll just shoot right through the rest of this season. Now they've given a wee update, as the main aim now is to try and get 10 in a row. As we've won we've won everything else there is, so we need to try and get 10 in a row. So we'll come back probably later on in the season if we've got a chance to possibly win 10 in a row. But it's looking very favourable at the moment, as 5 points clear after 6 games. We look unbeatable. So as always, thanks for joining in, and we'll see you next time.